Hello everyone, Paul here. Today I'm going to go over it's probably one of the most powerful methods that you can have. Now this is a trading strategy that I'm going to show you. Now these are using two indicators and these indicators are paid. So uh, I'll put the link. I'm not affiliated with the guy that made these indicators, but I'll put the link below. You guys can check out his channel. You can get the indicators through him. But I want to show you a very powerful way of trading. And with this strategy, you only trade when there's a sign that there's going to be either move up or move down. So this strategy will work good for let's say you can detect when the price is going to dip. So you can sell. If you know when it's going to start dipping, you can sell. Or when you know when it's going to go up, you can get in at the bottom. So this is how one of the best ways that I trade, using these indicators. So I'm going to show you the two indicators that you need. And let's do Bitcoin for an example purposes. I have this on let's see, let's put this on the hour. It's been going down. Bitcoin is probably going to be going down to the 10,000s. So anyway, the indicators that you need to get first, and I'm gonna load them up once at a time so you get a better framing up idea what you have to do. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get the pressure gauge. Now this is a paid indicator, so links are below if you want to get it. But get the pressure gauge, and what you want to look for first is moments when the pressure gauge shows up. So if you just rewind here, let's just go see where the first pressure gauge shows up. There's one right here. If you guys probably can't tell on your screen, but there's one right here. It's very small. So what this is telling me, so the next indicator that I'm going to load up is the buyers versus seller. Again, it's another paid indicator. Links are below. Let me do this backwards. I want to put that on the top. And there it is. Okay, so we can see right here, you probably can't tell that little yellow bar at the bottom here. So basically what the strategy is, when you see it, you either sell or you buy. It depends on the market. So what I look for is when I see the little pressure gauge, and sometimes they're a little easier to find, but then once I see that, I look directly at the buyers and the sellers. And I look at the point of where the indicator is during the moment when the pressure gauge is there. So if you look very carefully, the moment that pressure gauge is on the bottom there, you'll see that it's in the green zone, which means it's in the buying zone. So what I do is I do the opposite of what it's showing me on the buyers versus sellers. So if it's in the green, that most likely means, and there's a pressure gauge right below it, it usually means that the market is probably going to go down. So if that white line is anywhere in the green, it probably means the price is going to go down, or dramatically go down. And the opposite, if there's a pressure gauge and the line is in the red, it probably means it's going to sharply go up. So I'm going to show you the kind of little proofs along the way. So we see that right here that this little pressure gauge is in the green. Barely in there, but it's in the green. So look at the market on what happens after. It goes down. So let's use another example, and let's just find another. I kind of want to eliminate that indicator. I just want to train you guys into thinking, into seeing the pressure gauge. That's the first thing. Finding the pressure gauge is the most important thing first. So let's just zoom here and find a pressure gauge. Here's a good one right here. So okay, so we see the pressure gauge right here. Very obvious, it's right here. So let me load up the buyers versus sellers, and we'll see. Okay, so at the moment this pressure gauge is right here. Where's the buyers versus sellers? It's in the red, actually. So let's look at the price, see what happens. Well, it actually went down more. So that one didn't work because it continued to go down. But being in a bear market, most likely all of these prices are going to go down. But let's just see if we can catch any other moment. So let's look for pressure gauge. It works majority of the time. So we see a small pressure gauge right here. And then let's load up the buyers versus sellers. Okay, so I like it on the bottom. Okay, so we see the little, you guys probably can't see it on your screen, but there's a little pressure gauge right there. And what we're going to ask ourselves when we see the pressure gauge, where is the price? Is it in the red zone or is it in the green zone? So we can see that right there by the pressure gauge, it's in the red. So what happens shortly after? Well, the price does go up, but then it goes back down. So you got to catch that. But if you were to have caught that, let's just see if there's gains, how many gains we got here. So right about here. And if you caught that all the way to the top, that's about 6-7% gains right there. So let's look again. I'll do this a couple more times. I want to find a good pressure gauge, good moment. This one might be it. Let's see if it detects it right here. So you see two pressure gauges right here. So let's load up the buyers versus sellers. Let's flip them around again. Pressure gauge. Okay. So we could see that there's two little tiny pressure gauges right there. So where is, at that moment when the pressure gauge is right there, where is the line crossing? Is it in the green or is it in the red? It's in the green. So what ends up happening? It goes down. So let's look at a couple more examples. And oh, here's a good one. I think, well, I don't know how good this one was going to be, but let's just see. There's buyers versus sellers and pressure gauge. Okay. So right here you can see a pretty big pressure gauge signal. So where is the white line touching during the pressure gauge? It is in the red. So what happens after that moment? Here, look at that. Let's see how much gains this would be. Let's see. So from like here all the way up here, about 7% in gains. Now I'm going to do this one more time. And why did I get rid of that? I'm looking for pressure gauge. We're looking for a pressure gauge moment. The first thing we got to do is look for the pressure gauge. And if you're trading, you just have to wait for the pressure gauge to show up. Where's it at? You got to show up here. That one's kind of small, but let's just use that. You'll see it right here. Pressure gauge right there. So let's load up the buyers and sellers and see. Come on. Okay. So where is the white line when the pressure gauge is there? It's in the red. So what happens? It goes up. So it goes up right from the moment the pressure gauge shows up. You guys may not be able to see it on your screen. It's kind of small. But from here to about here, that's about a 5%. So this is a good strategy for those that during the bear market you can catch kind of those small gains, but it's going to be especially powerful when there's signals that it is the bull market, and you'll easily be able to tell when the bull market happens. You'll be able to multiply your money a lot by doing it this way. So you trade only when you see the pressure gauge, and what you do is you kind of figure out, okay, you load up the buyers for sellers and you see where's the line. Is the line in the red or is the line in the green? Wherever it is, now it doesn't always work, but it works a lot of the times. If it's in the red, it usually means it's going to go up if there's a pressure gauge. If it's in the green and there's a pressure gauge, it usually means it's probably going to go down. So this is a very powerful strategy that I do, and I only trade when I see the pressure gauge. So let's just look one more time to see. Let's go. We'll catch up to where we are right now. Where it currently is at 20,000. Where is it? There it is. So right now for the 1 hour, there's no pressure gauge. They're for the minute. Well, they do have it for the minute. So it's good for, the moment that I'm recording this video, the pressure gauge is there. It's in the red, so it's probably going to go up a little bit. This is good for small little scalping as well. So you see the pressure gauge, it's in the red. It's probably going to go up a little bit. You might catch a little bit of a bounce. This is also good for catching those little bounces when they show up on the 1 minutes. But I don't want to keep this video too long. I might talk about this more later because this is an interesting strategy. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you want to get these indicators, see, it's going up. See, if you want to get these indicators, I'll put the link to the guy's YouTube channel. You can watch his videos, but if you want to, I try to get what his indicators and try to figure my own trading strategy for him using his indicators. But anyway, check out his channel. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.